Reapers of Mayhem, for the very last time. Welcome back to the channel, Sons of Anarchy Season 7 finale, the finale of the entire show. This has been an absolutely incredible journey. I cannot wait to see how they wrap this show up. Do they stick the landing in the finale and jump into my top 5 of favorite shows of all time? We'll find out.
Yeah, I'm sad. Like, I love the show. I never want it to end, but at the same time, like, I need to see how it ends. It's a lot.
I mean, that penultimate episode, we lost 3 characters that we went on a wild roller coaster ride with. Gemma, Unser, and Juice, in their own different ways, had such crazy impacts on everything that went down in this show.
Yes.
And in their own ways, just created extra chaos.
Yeah.
And I thought they were all amazing characters in their own right. I mean, Gemma's going to go down as probably one of my favorite, like, villains that we've seen ever.
Oh my God.
Just
manipulation at its finest.
Juice as a side character, just so incredible. And just the conversations and the debates around him as a character and the way he's written with the sympathy feeling and not feeling sympathy because of what he did. And he's a rat and he killed a member and like so many different things where he's weak and easily manipulated, and it's like
child-minded.
The actor did an amazing job of portraying himself in a certain way where it felt like, oh, damn, Juice, like,
I know, like, oh,
really,
man,
again?
We had high hopes for you, bud.
I mean, just the way he was used by Clay and Potter and basically anyone, even Jax. It was just so wild to watch. And I mean, Unser is another one of those characters where, I mean, at the end, I got really, really angry with him. I liked him for a long time.
Yeah, he caused a lot of chaos.
But his love for Gemma caused a lot of problems, even for himself at the end. You didn't have to die, bro. Jax gave you like 5 outs.
Yes, he told you to go.
And he's like, no, son, I can't do it. And he's like, well, too bad, dude. Jax has some business to handle, and he's going to handle it whether you're alive walking out or he's going to kill you. And he decided to kill him. So insane. Like, those 3 characters are going to go down as characters that I'm never going to forget, and I feel like are going to come up in conversations a lot. But we have a wild finale on our hands. We still have a lot of stories that are open. They need to have a bow put on them. Number one thing, I've come to... I don't know if I'm ever going to fully embrace this or, like, I pumped myself up as much as I could for it, but I fully believe Jax is dying. I think that's the perfect bow, perfect end for this show. I think it'd be fitting considering everything that he's been through, what his dad did for the club and how it ended for him, and what Jax has done for the club, and how, like, I think it would make a lot of sense for him to go Mayhem vote. It's going to happen, and I think it's going to, I mean, they decided and agreed with the other presidents that he's like, yeah, I'll make sure my guys vote the right way. Because president killing another president's a bad look.
It is. I've come to the conclusion that Jax has to. God, I don't want to.
I don't know if the word he has to die. I just think he's.
I feel like that's the natural course of things in this world.
I really want him to live and survive and be standing tall and taking SAMCRO and Sons of Anarchy way into the future.
And taking his boys away from this, though.
It just doesn't feel like it's a possibility. And I talked about the Mayhem vote, and this is I kept saying it's the first time. Technically, I still view it as the first time because Clay, there was a vote for Clay that we didn't get to see.
Right.
But when they killed Clay, he wasn't a member of the club. He wasn't president anymore. He had been out for a little while. And the fact that this is the first time we're going to see a club member currently sitting in that presidency with the gavel, he's going to be facing a Mayhem vote. And I think it would be fitting that it's Jax to face the Reaper. And I don't know, like, my biggest question is, like, we saw it with Clay, but that was kind of an ambush setup, and Clay didn't know it was going down.
Right.
What does it look like when a member is kind of at peace with the decision? Like, it feels like Jax
They had to trick Clay to get him into certain places in order to murder him.
Is this like a shooting squad we've seen in the past where you just stand there and you're like, how does this work? How does this go down?
That's what I was so wondering. It's like, does everybody just shoot him? Does one person do it? Do they have an outside person do it?
I think if it's a member of the club and it's a singular person, I think it has to be Chibs. The relationship those two have and how tight they are, I feel like it has to be him. If it's anyone else, I'm not going to feel comfortable with it because I don't know if anyone
cry
else.
Already.
I know. Just the thought, like, that's why I was preparing myself. I don't think it's going to help. I think me thinking about it and preparing for it has made me even more emotional about the situation.
Yeah.
Because Jax, he's done a lot of bad shit. I'm going to die on this hill that most of what he did was a result of what Clay did as president. He's kind of cleaning that up. And the big Jax versus Clay debate, I think, is going to be a big one. But Clay did stuff out of selfish greed for his life and his position in the club. Everything Jax has done was for retaliation for his family.
Yeah.
For the most part, I feel like. Obviously, there's probably things that he did that didn't line up there. But he was just feeding off of really bad intel from Gemma, which I don't see why he wouldn't listen to Gemma. He doesn't have our seats. He doesn't see everything that we see. And Gemma, I don't think he's familiar with that. So, I mean...
Well, it's just like, it feels like this is part of our family. We saw them at least twice a week.
Yeah.
You know?
For many months.
Yeah.
So
this just sucks that...
It'll be a really nice surprise if he doesn't die. That'll be the shocker moment. But I've built myself up ever since he killed Jury and that whole situation started playing out. I'm like... Yeah. This dude's gonna face mayhem, and
just the way that they've the last episode with the way that he was just so calm about
he was at peace.
That's the part that's making me think that he's gonna die.
Yeah, he was so at peace with all the decisions that were going down. He was obviously very emotional when he shot Gemma, but it was still something that he knew it had to happen. It was another one of those situations where there was no other option for him. He wasn't gonna let his mom live under those circumstances, even if it was his mom. And that had to have ripped his absolute guts apart inside.
Well, I mean, even she said, this has to happen.
Yeah.
This is who we are.
But just the idea that a son killed a mother like that, absolutely insane.
You're not coming back from that.
Right, as a result of a mother killing a son's wife. So insane. I just can't wait to see how this goes. I'm obviously sad that it's going to come to an end. But there are a couple other things that need to happen. I feel like he's doing a really good job of setting the club up for the future post him as president. I feel like he's getting everything in line, all the business. We got to handle this Connor thing with the Irish.
Yes.
That's going to get wrapped up.
He's tying up loose ends.
August is getting out of jail, it feels like. So that's something that's going to have to get a bow put on it as well. Are they going to do to him what they did to Lynn and his whole crew and just wipe him out? Is that a situation that's going to play out?
I feel like with that whole drive-by situation.
Yeah. I mean, Tyler and the Mayans feel like they're going to be in a good spot if they could get all this other stuff worked out. It feels like Jax is putting the club in a good spot. I don't think anyone else is going to die in terms of the club. I think Chibs and Happy and Tig, and I think those guys are going to be good to go. Yeah. And they're going to be the ones to take SAMCRO into the future. And if someone else in that moment, if they got to get into another war fight with August and that whole crew, I hope no one gets hurt there. But it feels like those are the last two main things outside of the mayhem boat with Jax. And I mean, what the hell is that going to even look like at the table with SAMCRO? Because he's going to be like, guys, you have to vote it. And they're probably going to be like, no, fuck you, dude. I'm not voting mayhem. I don't care what happened. It was self-defense.
You have to put your emotions behind and actually stick to the facts of what happened.
Yeah, and I don't think these guys, obviously, they're criminals. They do all kinds of illegal activity. I think they're going to be absolutely destroyed at this idea. Yeah. I don't think Chibs is going to handle it well. I don't think Tig's going to handle it well. I don't think Happy's going to handle it well. I don't think anyone currently sitting at that table in SAMCRO is going to handle this well. And they're all going to be they're all a bunch of badass bikers going to look like a big bunch of crybabies. Because
that's okay.
Absolutely okay.
You do it.
It's going to be such an emotional...
I'm ready.
Yeah, Nikki's always ready with the tissues.
God.
But it's always those guys have been by Jax's side and they've known him to be the president for so long that he was next in line. And again, just specifically the Chibs relationship and Jackie Boy and all of that. And even going back to later seasons where there were moments of this, but he always told Jax what needed to be said, not what Jax wanted to hear. And he was always so good for Jax. Mm-hmm. And I think that's just going to tear them apart and be so sad, but they're going to see the bigger picture and realize Jax is doing this for them and it's going to carry them on. So hopefully everything goes smooth with all these other things they got to handle. But here we are. Any other thoughts before we jump into the finale?
I got this.
Do you? Are you sure?
No, I don't got this. Shit.
I'm not sure.
No, I don't got this.
This is one of those.
I don't have it at all. I cannot contain it.
This is definitely up there with the ending of Game of Thrones and Black Sails and Breaking Bad.
Don't talk to me about Black Sails.
I mean, Last Kingdom, like some of our favorite shows of all time. It's up there with, and unless they somehow fumble this ending, it's jumping into my top 5. I don't know what I'm going to do about removing one of my 5 because the current 5 are epic and I don't know what I'm going to do about it, but we'll see. Yeah. The show has been incredible and it's one of those finales that I'm excited for, but I don't want to watch it.
Right. I mean,
but
I want to, but I don't want to.
Right. So we have to.
Yes.
And it's time.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's go. Oh, yeah. He had sexual relations with Wendy after murdering his mother.
Yeah. About that.
I don't think I could pull that off. Just saying. Is this considered like full circle?
That's what I was just thinking. Get out of my fucking head. I was like the beginning and the end. Shut up. Get out of here.
What are those?
Oh, they're
oh. Wow, he's done a lot of journaling. Holy shit.
Sometimes you just forget about it. Oh.
Just gonna drop them in the trash? Oh. That's not Jack style. Those boots mean something.
Right?
Are they like his dad's or something? Wow. Oh, Bobby.
I thought.
That's not what I was expecting.
No, I thought he was gonna keep all that, like, give to his child. Well, I mean, I guess you don't want that for your child. I don't know. Shit.
Remember Gemma gave Abel the rings too? Or the ring? When he was at school?
Yes.
Gemma wants to keep the boys in that life and Jax probably doesn't.
Right, so he's like erasing all the memory, or? Why does it feel like he's gonna leave?
That's better than him dying.
Yeah. It's like he's making everything like easily accessible. Aww. If we see that homeless lady, oh my god, no, not Tara. I don't want to get emotional already, damn it. Oh, I like that they're like very close.
Right next to each other.
He's leaving his wedding ring. Stop it. Stop.
It's like he's tying up all the loose ends.
Yes, yes, yes.
He's so at peace and accepting what feels like his fate's gonna be. I mean, I just don't see it going any other way.
Right.
He's gonna face the Reaper. He's gonna join. I was actually waiting for him to be like, see you soon. To like,
yeah,
oh, Tara.
I don't just, yeah. I don't want to talk about it.
Hey, boss. We heard that henchman Rao is still in town. We're all kind of wondering why.
I know, Jackie. What went down with this for?
Yeah.
I got that recommendation. I'm still thinking about it. Trying to figure out what's best for the club. You'll know soon, all right? Right now, let's vote on something that actually makes sense. Tio. I talked to Packer and the others. I told them it's a charter-by-charter choice. They don't have to like it. But I need support from club leaders. This can't cause any kind of exodus. We need this to land. And they agreed.
Beautiful. Then I nominate Tadarius Orwell Cross. Jesus Christ.
For the SAMCRO patch. I second it.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Didn't he even say something about throwing the bylaws away?
His name is Tadarius.
Call him that and see what happens.
He should have the top rocker. Tio should not be prospecting. I mean, he led the bastards for a decade now.
Agreed. He waits a year before he can hold an office, but he should be a full patch.
That's dope. I love that.
Sorry. I am stressed the fuck out.
Tadarius.
Unless I came out of your goddamn womb, don't ever call me that.
Oh, shit.
You dig? Little indie biker boy.
Oh. Sorry. Like uncomfortable giggles at that point. I'm like, oh shit.
What if we called you SAMCRO?
I like the way they like fuck with each other.
I love that.
Welcome, my brother.
Can't believe it. Thank you, man.
I'm gonna grab all this. Oh shit.
I know what a risk this vote is for you guys. The heat that'll come with it.
Change is good, my friend.
Yeah.
Can't get much hotter than it has been around here.
Put it on, babe.
Congratulations.
You're gonna take the prospect off?
I think he keeps the prospect, but the full patch. I think.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I didn't see the bike out there, so I'm assuming Jax ain't here, huh?
No, he got in at almost 4 last night. Left before I woke up.
And you don't know where he is, huh?
He's really nervous.
Everything okay?
No, he just left a message. Wanted to touch base before I split.
You heard from Gemma?
Uh-oh.
No.
Yeah, you're not gonna.
He's.
Devastated.
I think he knows what's going down.
Yeah.
I think he understands.
What's happening in Ghost Town?
We already got Market Street locked down. Purple Set should have everything else under control by the end of the week.
Nice. You let us know if you need any more help with that, all right?
Think we good there. I'm more worried about my former boss.
Oh shit.
He gets out this afternoon, bro.
Marks won't be a problem.
You say that
There's
like
a
it's.
guy that lives 70 miles away.
Yeah, exactly. You say that like no big deal.
Down by the causeway, 2 minutes away. Keep one of you guys in the car. Have him call us as soon as Connor shows, all right?
Yeah.
He has a plan for August. I think he has something up his sleeve for that.
I'm worried about Tyler right now. I feel like Tyler feels real sketch.
Oh shit!
Get down, get down, get down, get down. I feel like this is bad.
Did Tyler set them up?
Oh god.
Of course, we have to get a daytime car chase shootout in the last episode.
Yeah, with
This is some of my
burnouts.
favorite shit.
I know, I love it.
Just music blaring. Just a bunch of illegal shit that no one's gonna even care to see. Oh, no big deal. Just
Yeah.
bike chase, shootout. We're good. Go on with your day.
Why even bother showing up? Like at this point,
shit.
you know?
He didn't know he was getting set up.
He did. He came there to drive by and do a drive-by. Where are you gonna go, bud? All these poor employees, dude. This is so fucked.
Ooh, that was a cool camera shot.
That was.
It's a nice car.
It is.
And he's fucking
gonna
it up.
Fucking it, yeah. This is a doll factory?
Oh, I was like, what is that?
Oh no.
that.
Mama. Yeah.
This show's giving us some funny shit before
Doll.
some bad shit's gonna go down, I feel.
Did you always pick like really good music though? I gotta tell you. Oh,
Oh,
no.
shit.
And on gravel? Shit.
Oh, that wasn't good.
back yet.
Yeah, you ain't coming back either.
The sheriffs were here looking for her.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't talk to them.
I feel bad for Nero. He's so panicky right now.
He's been through a
I'm
lot.
an idiot. I know something bad happened.
I know you're not an idiot, Chucky. I don't know what happened. That's the truth. I'll poke around in here. Maybe someone's left him a message.
He doesn't have a phone in here.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, this is brutal.
Well, I don't think he was expecting to walk in on that. Yeah. You gotta get out of there, man. Say fuck it, go get those kids, and get the fuck out of there.
I need to tell you some things you're not gonna want to hear.
Uh-oh. Oh, God.
Trust that what I want is the best thing for me and my family, for our club.
Absolutely.
Chip, I didn't like the way Chip's answer to that.
I told Parker the truth about jury. Came clean about everything. Their recommendation was a mayhem vote.
Mother of Christ, Jack. That's just not going to happen.
You need to hear me out, all right?
Chips.
Okay, I'm listening.
This is... that's going to be so brutal.
This is how you learn to be a leader, brother.
Oh, God.
Doing the shit that hurts the most. Shit you'd rather make someone else do. It's part of the gig. It's how you earn respect.
Okay, are we talking about the same thing still?
I need your word you're gonna do as I asked.
You have my word.
I mean, we don't know what they just said, but I think it's safe to assume that he said under no circumstances do you vote against this. I think he's giving him the leadership speech because he's going to make him president.
Jax.
You ready for this?
Always.
Appreciate the help.
I heard your first plan might have been off the rails.
We underestimated Connor's paranoia.
That's what we need you for, Hugh.
I don't know where the hell he is.
If we couldn't beat it out of him,
No more beatdowns. I need you to call Connor. Tell him you got away from the Kings, you found a way out.
He knows Rook grabbed me. He's not gonna walk into a trap. He'll show up. And why would he do that?
Because you're gonna send him a picture of them when we get a time. Let Rourke know.
Oh, shit.
I was not expecting to see her again.
Where are we with the Knowles Roosevelt case?
I thought we had a break, but we found out our suspect wasn't in the state the night of the murders.
And now one of your witnesses is dead.
Yes, Ortiz was killed in Stockton yesterday. And Gemma Teller seems to be MIA.
I'm sure she found out her scapegoat was bogus. You think she knows who did it?
I think she helps get us there.
Any idea why Jax Teller wants to see me?
Oh.
He called my office to set a time this afternoon.
Maybe something to do with his mother.
Find the matriarch. Put out an APB. Has Answer been of any use?
Yeah, he's a good cop. I will bring him up to speed.
No, you won't.
Yeah.
I know you got dropped in the middle of a blood feud. Your numbers don't reflect the effort you've put in. Policing streets owned by outlaws is a complicated and dangerous dance. Knowing when to bend and to push back. Getting close, but not too close.
Oh, she's gotten too close, probably.
Yeah, a little bit.
You were the right person for the job. I still believe that.
I mean, she's gotten as close as two people can get.
Yeah. That was a nice compliment, though.
Yeah. I'm still blown away that even her in her situation, after what Juice said to her and Unser, couldn't put the pieces together.
Yeah.
And figure out that it was Juice and Gemma involved in these murders.
The whole time.
What the hell happened here? How did you get the drop on Declan?
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
This is between me and the Kings.
The Kings wouldn't want you dead if you weren't trying to sell our guns behind everyone's back.
That was just business.
Who are you selling to?
It was outside of your territory.
Specifics.
Don't fuck with Happy.
When he speaks, you answer.
Salvadorians, outside of Nevada. Some Chinese and Russians up north. No one you know.
Rourke said you had access to AKs and Glocks. Rogue IRA members or some shit.
Aye.
And what kind of volume are you promising?
I can get as many AKs as I want. About half the Glocks. Oh, shit.
Aw, shit is right.
Good to see you again, Connor. It's always a pleasure to see you, Mr. Rourke.
Where's Declan?
He's dead.
Jesus!
We have a new plan for you and your rogue
Oh,
guys.
shit.
Alvarez will distribute here in Northern Cali. Mines will move as much stock as you can get from Dunglow.
Our Belfast charter. It's gonna be your boots on the ground in Ireland.
I was not expecting this.
They're up to speed. They're gonna deal with the IRA heat.
You'll cargo guns to Stockton instead of Mendocino. We own the port.
We'll keep you alive, protect you from any IRA blowback.
What did they do about Borowski? Did they kill him yet?
I don't think so.
I think the words you're looking for, Khan. I thank you very much.
Dude, Jax flipped the whole thing on the Kings.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Don't worry about breaking any IRA culture barriers. You're just an outlaw like the rest of us now.
Wow.
I'll make this work.
I don't think you have a choice.
And
Thank you.
I love Jibs.
You just killed an IRA king. There's no coming back from that, lad.
My old man tried to sever that tie 20 years ago. Better late than never.
I love that smile. That's smart. I fucking love Happy. God damn, I love that guy. He's the best.
My God, this is wild.
Yes, it is.
Deep breath, deep breath.
Yeah, totally.
Put the plates on your dad's bike.
Thank you.
Why?
That was the bike that was covered up at the beginning of the episode.
No, I know this is Dad bike, and
Yeah.
He's gonna make this really sentimental.
I need you to handle some business for me. I had a lawyer start the paperwork already.
What business?
It's all in here. I'm giving Wendy the garage and the houses. I want her to sell everything. Take that money, set herself and the kids up somewhere else. Maybe in Norco with you. She still has family on the East Coast. Whatever she wants. It just can't be Charming.
What are you doing here, Jax?
Taking care of everybody.
I should have done when my wife was still alive. My piece of Diosa and Redwoody go to the MC and to the Dummy Corp. They should use the profits to buy Scoops. Set that up as home base. Hale will sell it to us cheap. Apparently, grenades lower property value.
Shit.
It's got jokes.
Why am I doing this? Where the hell are you gonna be?
I'm leaving, Nero.
His chin is shaking.
Why?
You know why.
Gemma.
Yeah.
Jesus, Jax.
I'm sorry. I did what I know how to do. What Gemma knew had to be done. The lies caught up to all of us, man. I tried to hide from it. Make it legit. Run away from it. This is who I am. I can't change. I need you to promise that you'll make sure that my boys leave this place so they don't become what I've become.
Where you gonna go?
I'm not sure.
What am I gonna tell Wendy?
Everything. When the time comes, she needs to tell my sons who I really am.
God.
I'm not a good man. I'm a criminal and a killer. I need my sons to grow up hating the thought of me.
This episode's building like the Ope episode.
Little monster, man.
What's going on?
Just reminiscing.
Sunglasses ain't hiding it, Nero. Sorry, bud. It's clear that you're very upset.
To mommy, okay?
Wendy?
Yeah, it's okay to call her mommy, you know?
Listen. listen to Nero, okay? He's Daddy's best friend. What he says goes.
Okay.
Look at that baby.
Enjoy all those animals, okay?
Like, could they have cast this any better? Like, little blonde hair, blue-eyed babies.
I love you, son.
This is heavy.
Love you, Daddy.
I love you, son.
What's the matter, Jax? What happened?
Everything's gonna be fine. You're a good mom, Wendy. I love you.
You gonna be all right?
No! Bad day to wear makeup. Shit.
I feel like he put his dad's boots on. He's got his dad's bike. Is he gonna try to go out like his dad?
Is that where they fucking with the bike?
Is that why they showed us his location of where the accident happened 2 or 3 episodes ago?
Is he gonna kill himself, or is he gonna let himself be killed? Or is he gonna run?
I vote for running.
But you can't run. You got the cut and the cat and the...
The cat, Chucky. Bye.
The bike looks little.
I was just gonna say that. It looks like he's huge on that thing.
Chucky.
Someone I didn't think I'd ever be attached to. Chucky.
Didn't think he was gonna make it this far, to be honest.
Let's bring him to the table, tell him the truth. We need everyone on board.
Are we really doing this, brother?
You have to. Hey, I need you, Teggy. Get right.
Yeah. Anything you need, I'm here for you, brother.
Watching these dudes cry is so upsetting.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for trying to help Tara. I know that was more personal than professional.
If you're truly grateful, you could cooperate with us. Give us what you know about her murder.
I'll give you everything.
We've heard this before.
This is a statement by Jax Teller, president of the Sons of Anarchy Motorcycle Club, the Redwood Charter.
Redwood Original.
I like when he relaxes his brow and like smirks.
It wasn't the Chinese who killed my wife. Tara knows. It wasn't anyone outside the club. It was my mother. Gemma Teller killed Tara in a fit of rage. And then Juice, Juan Carlos Ortiz, killed Eli Roosevelt to protect Gemma.
That's just so insane hearing him say this.
Yeah.
Good Lord. How do you know that?
She admitted it. So did Juice.
Where's Gemma now?
In Oregon with Unser, my grandfather's house.
Are you gonna leave the part out where you killed them so you...
Yeah.
Because he'd get probably taken into custody right now if he admitted that.
Right.
Gemma and Juice came up with that Chinese fiction that set me on fire.
Yep. Because Gemma gonna Gemma.
You know I'm not gonna cop to the retaliation, though. Incriminating my club.
What happens when the street finds out it all went down because of a lie?
Everyone it could impact is now either informed or has moved on.
What the hell does that mean?
Yeah.
It means by the end of the day, the violence in Oakland and Stockton will be over.
What does that mean?
Yeah. I know. Can I get a time exactly?
You've been very fair with me. I wanted you to have the truth.
They're gonna go up there and find 2 dead bodies.
What happens at the end of the day?
The bad guys lose.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Can you elaborate on that?
I just got follow-up after follow-up after follow-up here. Like, you're making a lot of very vague statements.
You know what has to happen. It's what this charter needs to do. We can't allow our hearts to be louder than our reason. All those in favor?
Stop. Oh my God.
All those in favor? Jax Teller meeting Mr. Mayhem.
Yeah.
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 I can't handle this. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yes. Jax Teller meets Mr. Mayhem.
This is so brutal.
Even
Even the idea of knowing that it's coming is so hard.
I couldn't keep the tears in. I tried real hard to keep those fuckers in.
Watching like Rat Boy be so like
even like spaced out, like he's not there, like,
and needing Tig to like comfort him.
Well, look who it is. What can I do for you, handsome Jack?
Oh! So they took care of Broski.
Oh, like, he didn't even no word.
Oh God.
Well, holy shit.
Oh no, they found Hunter.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh God.
Who are you?
It's time.
I want everyone there. I need a full accounting of where we're
Oh.
Yes, sir. What time city council meeting?
6 o'clock.
Let's do it after that. I want Ramirez there.
Oh God.
What the fuck? Holy shit. He's just like
Taking care of literally everything. How long is this day? Like, how has no one in police law enforcement, police
that's what
officers?
I'm like, how is he still not
How
arrested?
is he still just like walking around doing whatever the fuck he wants?
And does the homeless woman get like accessory to murder for giving him the blanket? I was really hoping she'd actually answer the question.
Good choice. It's your charter now, brother. I'm ready.
Are you serious right now? What was that for?
Okay?
What are we doing here?
I'll tell Parker. You laid down some fire. You got away.
I would never put this burden on you guys. We know that, brother.
What?
I love all of you.
So he's really running. Shit. Poor Abby. watching this big motorcycle club guys fucking cry. It's too much.
I'm sweating my butt off.
You don't get emotional. You sweat. Oh, fuck. You fuck off with that shit. I got this. I thought that was just Opie's. Fuck.
Means he's gonna do it his way.
I think the struggle I understand best, even more than all the things you wanted for SAMCRO, what we eventually became. The one I feel the most is the war of the mind. Happens when you try to get right with both family and Patch. That fear and guilt crippled me. I realized, as I think you did, a good father and a good outlaw can't settle inside the same man.
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry, JT. It's too late for me. I was already inside it, Gemma. She had plans.
Yeah, she did.
It's not too late for my boys. I promise they will never know this life of chaos. I know who you are now, what you did. I love you, Dad.
I need you to get off the bike.
Oh, shit. He's gonna go out in the blaze of glory.
Tiggy.
I'm happy they're together. Like, so happy. Like, she knew. She's like, duh. What is he gonna do? Oh my god. Oh god. That's where Papa's Goods is coming from. And the crow. And oh my god, it's him. Look at this. Look at this.
My heart is pounding.
His shots are awesome, but
my God.
I mean, I appreciate them not like showing it because I really didn't want to see it like that. God, yeah, that was still like really hard. Oh my God.
I'm kind of at a loss right now. Having a semi idea of how this was going to go, I didn't think it was going to go like that. It wasn't any easier having any thought or knowledge of that happening. Are you okay?
Yeah,
I'm
it's just
freaking
like
sitting my
shocking.
ass. I was as
I mean, it wasn't like, but you know, like mentally, like you know, like this is what's gonna happen because it's the only thing that can happen. I appreciate.
Yeah, there was no other option.
That he didn't put it on the club. He's like, I would never put this on you. Like that's part I truly like respect it and like it. So I appreciate that, like, they didn't make the club do it. Make the club do it.
I mean...
Because technically they tried, right? Like, that's why they shot Happy. They had to make it look like...
He struggled and got away.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been saying this for 2 videos now. I think that was the most poetic way for this show to end. Yeah. It very much felt like another iconic show that we watched where the main character, the star of the show, one of the greatest characters ever created, he wasn't making it out of the show. And this show felt, especially with like the way I thought the ending was perfect.
Just like his daddy.
Same bike, same way, his terms. And I think that's why that whole jury thing happened the way that it did.
Yeah.
Revealed to Jax what really happened with his father. It wasn't necessarily a situation where it's like, yes, Gemma and Clay had their hands in on it.
But he allowed
but it was John's,
yes.
John's ultimate decision to allow it to play out. And just like Jax now, where he knew everything that went down, there was no way around it. He had to put a bow on every situation, and he did that. He put the club into the best possible place that he can in terms of the future. Nothing that has happened is going to be able to be tied to them. He did all of it. He made sure people saw that he did it. Yeah. I feel like was important.
So that the club, they couldn't come after the club.
Right.
They could only come after him.
I honestly, it's honestly harder. Like this, so like I said it during like probably somewhere in the middle of the episode, that felt like an Opie situation where the whole episode was building to it. Like you didn't know it was Ope, but you knew something bad was going to happen, and it was building to the whole episode. You knew it was going there. And then when it happens, even though you were kind of prepared, ready for something really horrible to happen, it hit even harder. I mean, his farewells, like that hit me harder than probably anything. Watching him ride his bike and being chased by the police officers and being on that chase. And I mean, the show I feel like literally did everything for a reason. The fact that we met that truck driver in the last episode with Gemma.
Yeah.
It just, that felt very symbolic. Obviously, it was intentional. And for that to be the way that it goes, I mean, I thought it was absolutely perfect.
I agree.
I have no complaints.
None.
About this show.
None. Everything was perfect.
From start to finish. And this wasn't short. This was a long show. And they maintained just every episode, every season, I feel like just took things to another level.
They didn't drop off at any storyline.
No.
Every storyline was taken care of. I loved every single second of this show. Every character, even the bad ones. Like bad ones. Yeah. Even the villain ones. Like I loved every single part of it. It was so funny. It was so heartbreaking. And it was just so good. Just, I never thought I'd be crying about a motorcycle club.
Right? It's one of those situations where I think you asked the question not that long ago about, was this meant to be the end? I would say they knew exactly where their end was. They had it planned, ready. That felt like the perfect conclusion to easily one of the best shows we've ever watched.
Yeah.
I want to do a ranking because I always find that to be fun at the end. But, I mean, right now, it's just, it was flawless because it was goofy and corny and, like, it had those moments where it's just like, that's so ridiculous, but it fits so perfect. Like, that's why I love that we got another daytime high-speed shootout chase where it's like, that's not reality. There's no way they could get away with that and have it just be wrapped up and then they're just going to go on with their day. Like, there's no way it would happen like that. And just the idea that it just fit so perfectly with the story, with the flow, everything about it. It was so good. Yeah. Every aspect of it, I thought it was absolutely fantastic. The homeless lady, she was I feel like we didn't notice her for the first 3 or 4. I want to go back and see how many times she was actually in the show.
Yeah.
I feel like the first 3 or 4 times we just saw her and was like, oh, whatever. No big thing.
Yeah, I didn't. Like, she was just in the background.
I think when she was in Belfast while I was editing, I was like, wait a minute. That's weird. Why? And like, is that the same woman? Is that her? And for the way for it to just come full circle the way that it did at the end where she was there and it was her way basically saying that time's up. But it's very easy to just be like, oh, she said it's time for him to kill August.
Well, time to take care of the rest of your business.
I thought I'm like thinking back to like some of the major deaths that this show had with the characters. I mean, the 3 that really jump out, Ope, Tara, and obviously Jax.
Yeah.
I mean, Bobby's death was shocking and horrible. I mean, Clay's death was super satisfying. And
that sounds like gross to say that, but also true.
I mean, some of the villains at the end of certain seasons, their deaths were, I mean...
As much as, like, you need to hate on Juice. Yeah. And you just, like, he did some stupid, awful, terrible things. I mean, helping Gemma, killing Roosevelt, like, killing Miles. Like, none of that shit had to happen. He didn't have to help Clay. Like, fucking Juice, dude. I felt bad. I still felt bad when he died.
Yeah.
Like, they wrote him so well. Even after all of the bullshit, I still feel really bad. Because, like, he feels so, like, immature that, like, he didn't know what he was supposed to be doing, and he thought he was just helping, and I just feel bad. Gemma, I don't feel bad.
I mean,
Fuck that biatch.
It took you a minute to come around on Gemma.
I did. It did.
I think that's just
I really liked her.
I just think that's like the mama brain Like you were just putting yourself in the position of a mother. And
no, but also, like, I hated her and I loved her all at the same time. Like, let your grandchildren go and live a life. Why would you fucking be a bitch? But also, you're a fucking bitch because, like, you killed Jax's dad and you're with Clay. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
But also, like, she, you know, she's your ride or die. But, like, I don't want anybody to ride or die for me like that.
I mean, Gemma's death was... I mean, there really was no other way for her to go out.
Oh.
I mean, the hand of Jax,
flowers,
with the way that it goes, like what she did to his family, and I mean the impact. And this is still something I wonder if anyone's ever done a breakdown video on this, but the amount of lives lost because of Gemma's lies and deception, from the beginning to now. How many lives were absolutely wrecked and destroyed because of Gemma's lying and cover-ups and just making sure that Gemma was protected and in the best position possible. I mean, there's just so many. Like this season alone, there were so many because all of Jax's retaliation came from a lie of Gemma protecting herself. Nuts. And I mean, it was generally, I really don't like when things are obvious and the story is clear. But sometimes it's the best ending.
Yeah.
Jax coming to peace with his decisions and realizing what went down with Jury and the admitting to everyone that it was a lie. He made it up. It was his way of covering up the situation. He came clean on that. And the fact that he's just told the truth. Yeah. And he knew it was going to come down to the mayhem vote. And the way they swerved us again, I 100% thought it was going to be Chibs to pull that trigger.
I thought it was going down. That it wasn't.
I thought it was going down in that spot.
That would have killed Chibs.
I know.
That would have broken him. Like, he's already broken now, but, like, that would have broken him irreparable.
Yeah. It's just, I think I made the prediction that it was going to be Chibs if it came down to that. I think it would have made the most sense if it had to be from the hands of a son. Just because of the relationship and the understanding of, all right, we need to handle this. But I think what Jax told Chibs was like, hey, this is how it's going to go down. You guys are going to vote. We're going to stage a scene of you trying to kill me and me wiggling away and getting away. But I'm going to handle this my way. I got this. That's what he meant.
But I mean... Brandon said that she's responsible for 79 deaths.
Wild.
79 people died because this bitch is a fucking liar.
So
and
for
also
those,
Unser.
So for those watching the YouTube cut down, we did watch this live with members and patrons. So we're going to be referencing some comments here and there as we talk about this. But I think it was, for what it was, I thought it was the perfect show.
It was.
I kind of prepped my brain to do a ranking. Mm-hmm. And if the show hit the landing on the finale, and if it didn't, I have a little plan because my top 5 currently, and favorite versus best, it's the same 5 currently, and it's only shows that have wrapped with the series finale. They're the same 5. I just put them in different order based on favorite versus best. Mm-hmm. But in no order, best, favorite, regardless. Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, Black Sails, The Last Kingdom, and Game of Thrones. And I'm like, none of those, I can't pull any of those out of my top 5. I just can't. I love them. They're all amazing. So I came up with my own little thing. Since Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul exist in the same universe, I'm blending those together. So that opens up a slot. Because I can't, like, Better Call Saul is the best show I have ever watched.
I would 100% agree with you.
I'm not going to talk about it just for those who haven't seen it, but the way the story flows from the beginning to the end, and the way that it gives...
There's so many levels and complexities.
But it boosts the original show.
Good.
It boosts Breaking Bad. It makes Breaking Bad better as a prequel, and that is so hard to do as a prequel show. So... I'm going to put Sons of Anarchy in there, Game of Thrones, the Breaking Bad universe with Better Call Saul, Black Sails, and The Last Kingdom. I think Sons of Anarchy's going number 2 as my favorite show of all time behind Game of Thrones. I legitimately just... the fun and enjoyment and just absolute chaos that this show provided and the emotional impact that it had, there's nothing still that's going to hit as hard as Game of Thrones for me.
Yeah. Oh,
it's
God.
Just
the emotions with Game of Thrones.
That was the first time.
You guys were there. You saw it.
That was the first time I really felt crushed by a piece of content. And just watching that and having that show rip my heart out the way that it did, that show was gorgeous. The storytelling was amazing. I don't hate on the last 2 seasons as much as everyone else does. I have my issues with them, but Game of Thrones will always probably be my number 1 favorite. And Sons of Anarchy is jumping everything else right into the number 2 spot. Just because of, it literally had everything.
Yeah. Yep.
It had emotion and character roller coasters where I love this character this episode and then I hate them the next episode. It had emotion and fun and laughs and just literally hit every spectrum of something that you would want from a show. And I had an absolute blast watching this. I'm going to miss this show so much.
Oh my God.
Where do you put it in your top 5? I think we talked earlier. I think we have the same 5 in terms of shows that we've reacted to.
I mean, I love Better Call Saul, but it's not one of my top 5. Breaking Bad is one of my top 5. I have Breaking Bad, Black Sails, The Last Kingdom. I have a special place in my heart for Vikings because Uba. My baby Uba. I wouldn't have Uba without Vikings because, you know, the next fur baby I get is going to be a boy and his name is going to be Uba. But like, also Last Kingdom, I wouldn't have Finnan or Freya. Like, you know, like those are my baby kitties. But like Black Sails, I don't know. There's just something in my heart that like I just love that show so much.
I mean,
like,
it was incredible.
It was incredible, but like
that's my number.
So much.
That's my number 2 best show that we've ever seen.
But Sons of Anarchy, like it was so like literally every single episode, everything that happened in every single episode was on purpose.
Yeah.
There was never a mistake. There was never anything that's like, what does that mean? Because they always explained it.
And I don't feel like there's anything that I could think of racking my brain going into this finale being like, they never finished that storyline. We never got an explanation about that. It feels like every major storyline got buttoned up. Yeah. And
like, there wasn't like a single character you didn't know what happened to them.
Yeah. I feel like everything got put into the perfect storyline and was done. For this show, I thought it all worked so well. I literally don't have anything bad to say. I don't think I had a negative view of any episode that we watched.
There was one thing. There was one single thing that it was apparently an error. I talked to Paul T about this when Jax got up from the cot.
He's one of our...
Oh, Paul Sura, the voice of the channel.
Yeah, he's one of our very close friends.
When he limped, that was actually, he had hurt himself in real life, and they just included it in the show.
That was weird. But
so that was the only thing that, like, we were like, why is he limping? Did he hurt himself in the other episode? What happened?
Yeah.
So, Paul T, thank you so much.
The way they tried to implement that into the storyline, I thought was just... I don't know. I thought that was weird.
But then...
That's not something that bothers me at all.
Blood was on that shoe.
Yeah.
So they kind of wrapped that up too. Like it was significant in a way, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, that's such a minor thing though. In the grand scheme of like the show.
But they focused on his foot.
Yeah.
So, but again, everything on purpose. I love the show so much. We saw them at least 2 to 3 times a week. Yep. I freaking love this. I love every character. The fact that they like, you know, daddy, and it's like, you can call Wendy mommy. I'm sure she would really like that. And it's like, oh God.
One thing that they left kind of open-ended, and I don't know if there's going to be any plans for any kind of spin-offs or anything like that. I mean, I know there's Mayans MC, but I don't know if this would focus. based off the title of the show, I assume we're focusing on the Mayans. But the idea that Abel had Jax's ring, that feels a little open-ended to where that story could continue, to where he had a plan for Abel, and obviously Wendy and Nero are taking them away. But this idea that they're actually going to talk bad about Jax and make their sons hate them.
That ring was from Gemma.
Well, right, but it's Daddy's ring, and it's son, so... I don't know. I think that's
Grandpa's ring, wasn't it?
It might have been. I don't remember exactly whose,
JT's
but
ring?
The idea that he's sitting there twirling that on his finger.
Yeah.
I think that's one of those, probably one of the only open-ended things that they could possibly close later at another time.
It's like a
is the
foreshadowing.
idea of, is Abel going to end up trying to figure out what his dad did and want to go down that? I mean, that kid... He had been through so much in his life.
Honestly, for 5 years, shit.
Just insane. Like, and it all started as an infant. Like, he got kidnapped and stolen and taken to Belfast.
But like even in utero, he was being like poisoned by Wendy.
He almost died before he was even born.
Heart surgeries and kidnapped. And
Do you think? Actually, I wonder how that would even have played out. I think Abel probably would have. If Abel stayed with that family, do you think Jax regrets fighting that so hard now? Because he was like, it was too late for my kids. I could have let my son go off with the family and have a happy, safe life.
He did feel that way.
Well,
he could have I could have.
He changed his mind and went back though, but they ended up getting murdered. So I don't know if that would have been a good idea. Yeah. But it's one of those things that probably maybe went through his brain that maybe, Father Kellen was right, that I shouldn't have had my sons. Yeah. And that they should be with someone better than me. But that's basically what he did at the end. He gave his kids away to
take them away.
Who will take care of them better than he could, put them in a safer environment. So I don't know. I feel like so many different things have come full circle and played out. And again, I don't have a bad thing to say about this show except that it's over. Yeah. That is really sad.
Yes, I agree.
And it's just so epic, but we're going to do a full wrap party once the final episode is up on YouTube, and we're going to do a proper send-off and just continue to basically just geek over this show and just give it all its love and praise. And basically our wrap parties are a way for us to celebrate and just talk about and gush over the show. So we're definitely going to do one of those, but overall amazing show, easily in my top 5 of best and favorites. It's just had every little element of something that I love from a TV show.
I'm all set. I'm cried out. I'm exhausted.
That was emotional and intense, and I still love how they managed to get some really funny moments to kind of distract you and take you off of the main storyline. And I mean, they brought you right back. But
you know what I love? I don't think we would have gotten this like into it without you guys. Like the shirt and the cuts and the flags and the patches and the this is not a gang, this is a club, and we didn't understand what that meant at first, and talking
what do
to
you mean?
guys
It is a
about
gang.
it. It's like it is a gang.
It's a group of guys who do illegal activity. That's a gang.
But it's a club.
Yeah.
But if we get it, and it's just, I understand why the correction. I understand why everybody's so hardcore for this show. So shout out to Candy.
Definitely something that I had zero knowledge about. I mean, living in SoCal, you still see dudes on bikes with cuts.
When I worked at Home Depot, the guy in the pro desk, he was a former he looked like a Hell's Angel guy. He was terrifying.
But that was a life that I had zero knowledge of, and watching the way it was told through this show and the business, and I mean, they had rules and bylaws. And by the way, I love that they changed the bylaws at the end. Mm-hmm. That was so awesome. I am so happy that they made that change. But it's they are doing all this crazy, chaotic, illegal shit, but they're actually quite organized. And they had a bookkeeper and a guy who kept the money, and it was all super organized. They had rules.
Look at all the acceptance also. Tig and Venus fucking love that shit. I don't care about that. I still love you, Tig. And they will fucking fight you.
Yeah, I'm more just blown away by the order that they have, and like we got to do things. Some things are unanimous vote, some things are majority vote, and it's like, damn, they got a lot of like for a crazy organization like this, they got a lot. Yeah,
you don't like fight it either. We made a decision, we voted on it. Sorry, so sad you didn't like whatever decision we made. But, like, you stick to it and you go with it.
There's a couple times that Clay fought some stuff. There was supposed to be a president vote for Bobby. That never happened. I know. They kind of drive-by happened.
Clay was a piece of shit.
Yes, he was. So, but yeah, amazing show. Absolutely incredible.
Domestic violence, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's a bad person all around.
Horrible.
I mean, Jax is a bad dude, too, but love you, Jax. You're definitely one of my dudes, one of my favorite characters ever in anything that we've ever watched. So... Yeah, big shout out to all the actors in this show. Everyone nailed their part. It was so good.
Having you guys, who bought the voice of Charlie Hunnam talking to us?
That was amazing.
Oh my God.
That was amazing.
When he said Nikki.
Yeah, so when he said Steven.
Stupid.
But
that's it.
I could like gush and talk about this show forever, but I mean, that's it. You guys share all your thoughts, leave all your comments. We'll see you guys later for the next one. Have a good one. Bye.